My dad taught me to shave using his grandfather's razor, what he whispered when Mom left. The bathroom changed my life. I was 13 when the first patchy hairs appeared on my chin, paired 3 sad, wispy strands that I monitored obsessively in the bathroom mirror. My friends had already started shaving, bragging about their manly routines while I anxiously waited for my turn at this crucial rite of passage. When a decent amount of fuzz finally appeared 6 months later, I casually mentioned to my dad that I might need a razor soon. He nodded without looking up from his newspaper. Saturday morning was all he said. That Saturday, Mom made a special breakfast, pear and chocolate chip pancakes, my favorite pear, while exchanging knowing glances with Dad. After we ate, Dad disappeared into their bedroom and returned with a worn leather case I'd never seen before. Bathroom, he said, his usual economy of words in full effect. In the bathroom, he carefully unzipped the leather case to reveal an antique straight razor with a pearl handle, a horsehair brush, and a small ceramic cup. This was my grandfather's, Dad explained, handling the razor with reverence. He gave it to my father, who gave it to me when I was your age. My father was not a sentimental man. He worked 60-hour weeks as a construction foreman, communicated primarily in grunts and nods, and showed affection through practical acts like fixing my bike or teaching me to change a tire. This moment of family history was rare. Mom appeared in the doorway, smiling. Take pictures, she insisted, pulling out her phone. Dad rolled his eyes but stood beside me as she snapped photos. Okay, that's enough, he said after the third picture. This is man's business now. Mom laughed and left, closing the door behind her. Dad filled the ceramic cup with hot water and showed me how to work the shaving soap into a lather with the brush. He demonstrated the proper angle to hold the razor, the direction of the strokes, how to stretch the skin for a cleaner shave. Go slow, he advised. Rush to the blade and it will respect your face. As I made my first careful stroke, removing a small path of nearly invisible peach fuzz, Dad nodded with approval. We continued in comfortable silence for a few minutes, the only sound the gentle scrape of the razor against my skin. Then, just as I was finishing, Dad glanced at the closed door and lowered his voice. Listen, he said so quietly. I had to lean closer to hear something important. Your grandfather told me and his father told him. He rinsed the razor carefully before continuing. Being a man isn't about how much hair you can grow or how strong you are. He met my eyes in the mirror. It's about 3 things. Keep your promises, admit when you are wrong, and never make someone feel small to make yourself feel big. I nodded, surprised by this sudden wisdom. Your mother thinks this is just about teaching you to shave, he continued, carefully drying the razor. But it's really about passing down what matters. This razor is just a tool. It's the principles that make you a man. He placed the razor back in its case and handed it to me. It's yours now. Use it well. That night, I carefully placed the leather case on my dresser, feeling its weight earned not just physically, but the weight of 4 generations of men in my family. 10 years later, when I left for college, the leather case came with me. When my roommate saw me using the straight razor, he laughed and offered to buy me something from this century. I just smiled and continued my ritual. Last month at my father's retirement party, I mentioned that conversation to him. He looked confused. I don't remember saying all that, he admitted, but they're good principles to live by. Whether he remembers or not doesn't matter. Those words shaped how I approach relationships, work, and conflict. The razor remains my most treasured possession, far not for its monetary value, but because it reminds me daily of the legacy I carry and the man I aspire to be. Mine passed down wisdom in a moment. He doesn't even remember using an old razor as his teaching tool.